Hello everyone, and welcome to Rock Studios. I'm Stan Miller. I'm PR and Analyst Relations Manager for Rockwell Automation in the EMEA region. And I'm joined today by Brian Glancy. He is Commercial Innovation and AI Manager at ControlSoft. Brian, welcome to the studio.
Thanks a million, Stan. Fantastic to be here. Amazing show, 7,500 people, absolutely loving it. Brilliant.
Well, Brian, today we're here to talk a little bit about driving resilient, data-driven manufacturing in the age of automation.
Yeah.
It's a great topic, but before we get into it, could you tell us a little bit about ControlSoft?
Yeah, sure. So ControlSoft is really automation specialist. We offer software services as well across all industries, offices in the UK, Ireland and USA, and really specialists that have been working with Rockwell for years, Rockwell products. And we're all about really listening to the customer, understanding their needs and offering the exact solution to solve their problems. So.
That's great. And my understanding is ControlSoft has some very good recent news that you might want to share with the audience.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. ControlSoft were recently announced as a platinum partner. We have 2 booths here at the show, and we've had so much interest, and that little icing on the cake of getting the platinum award was just amazing. So.
Well, congratulations. It's a huge milestone, so congratulations to you and the entire ControlSoft team.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate it.
All right, let's get into our topic a little bit. From your perspective, what role do industrial data centers, for example, play in enabling smart manufacturing and Industry 4.0 initiatives?
Yeah, sure. So I think what I like to do is look to other examples that we see, and one of the ones that I watch, I'm a big fan of motorsports, and I look to Formula One. And if you look at what Formula One has done, like races now are won and lost in the data, whether it's optimization, efficiency, feedback. And I think that's now trickling down into manufacturing facilities, and people are becoming more aware of the advantages they can get, the improvements they can have from really looking at all of the data that's coming off their lines and their operators across their businesses.
Interesting. We hear it pretty regularly. You need that data in order to have those insights, in order to make those data-driven decisions. Is that fair to summarize?
Yeah, I think so. I think even look at the tracker I'm wearing on my wrist today. It's those little bits of data that can offer the insights, or maybe make a decision more grounded, or bring a little bit more realism to it, where you can actually use the data as a valuable asset to improve your business, maybe to improve efficiency, however way you want to look at the data, but it's that little nugget that can really fuel a difference in performance overall. Yeah.
Excellent. Brian, how are edge and cloud computing reshaping the way manufacturers manage and analyze that operational data that we're talking about?
Yeah, for sure. So what we see in a lot of facilities is the introduction and the increasing amount of sensors that exist on production equipment, and really capturing that information, that sensor data locally, processing it locally, and then aggregating it back to data centers when required, enables you to just manage the flow of data in a more efficient way, and run your business more optimally.
Excellent. Right, I know that ControlSoft is working on remarkable projects, driving outcomes for customers all the time, because we live in close proximity.
Yeah.
In Europe. What outcomes have you seen from manufacturers who successfully leverage industrial data centers, particularly in terms of productivity, cost savings, and resilience? I'm not asking you to name any particular names, but just in general.
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, we're in a lot of industries. One of the ones that we've most recently gone into semiconductor, and actually, Stan, a great thing is we're recently started selling Plex. So we're a Plex reseller, and we're seeing that data and that introduction. I think Plex is cloud native, of course, so it's really optimizing and leveraging the cloud. So what was a restrictor for years was compute and also processing speed, and now that's not in the equation anymore. You have storage and you have compute from cloud services. So, introducing that into your business is a fantastic way to enhance it.
Good insight. Brian, let's talk about cybersecurity, because I think the general understanding, being the expert, is that to have that connectedness and to be able to move that data, it has to be secure.
Yeah.
So with cybersecurity being a growing concern in connected environments that we're discussing, how can manufacturers help ensure data integrity and operational continuity when deploying technologies, for example, like industrial data centers?
Yeah, sure. So the way I like to look at it is I think about things, people, process, and technology. And particularly when it comes to cybersecurity, you can have all of the best enforcements in the world, but you have to understand what's happening with your people, how they're using the technology. You want to make sure nobody's making any changes on the line, things like that. So for me, cybersecurity is more than just having a piece of software. It's about really having the process around the people and the operation as well. So couple.
Let's change tact a little bit. Let's talk about sustainability.
Yep.
Sustainability being a board level priority with a lot of companies. How can a technology like industrial data centers or any other technology you'd want to mention help contribute to achieving those ESG goals while supporting high performance automation?
Yeah, sure. So from a ControlSoft perspective, we have ESG at the heart of the business, and we even do that in terms of putting solar panels on on the roofs of our premises, electric cars, things like that. But fundamentally, ESG gives you two things. It gives you a great narrative to talk about at a higher level, and the importance of sustainability, the importance of saving energy and things like that. And really to demonstrate that, where it's not just you talking about it, it's backed up by data. And taking that data, aggregating it, analyzing it, and having the power of the cloud, let's say, to do that, means you're not just saying something, a grandiose statement, you're actually backing it up by facts. So it's great.
Looking ahead, Brian,
yeah.
What emerging technologies or trends do you think will most influence the evolution of industrial data centers and manufacturing over the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Look into your crystal ball a little bit for us, if you will.
Well, I'm probably reiterating the stuff, Stan, but certainly, and we've heard it at the event today, the big investment in AI. I think anyone who isn't looking at AI is going to miss out. It's an amazing value add to your business. And you have to realize that if everyone else is doing it, you need to do it too. The other thing I'd be quite passionate about is digital twins, and we see this in the sense of using technology like Emulate 3D to give a customer an idea of what it looks like before it gets built or deployed, and then leveraging that twin as an accessible repository of information into the future is something I think ControlSoft are going to do a lot more of, and something that I'd be very passionate about as well.
You've opened the door for me, so I'm going to walk on through.
Yep.
When it comes to using digital twin, I mean, what are the risks or potential, what are the risks for in applications where you could use digital twin,
yep,
and you don't? Help us understand the benefits and potential outcomes there.
Yeah, so prior to digital twins, I like to think of it like an analog world. So if you do a handover to a customer, they get lots of files, lots of paperwork, okay? Paperwork gets lost, it doesn't get updated. If something changes in a PLC, maybe the code isn't updated because it's not in the paperwork, it's not referenceable. Where digital twins enable you to keep an up-to-date linked twin to the physical asset, and that then becomes the reference and the guide to access that data in the future. So the value of digital twins, I don't think anyone should underestimate it. And you're moving from that analog paper world where paper's in a box to now referenceable in a digital repository. So.
Fantastic. Ryan, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today, and congratulations again on the new status at Platinum. I think it's a great milestone for ControlSoft, and it just speaks to all the great work that you and the entire ControlSoft team are doing. So again, thank you for joining us in the studio.
No problem, thanks Dan, it's been amazing. Thanks a million.
And thank you for watching. If you'd like to learn more about industrial automation, digital transformation, and the future of industrial operations, visit rockwellautomation.com.